So, DarkviperAU and Mace Critical have been fighting for the past day or so because of this script that started it out. And it was linked in this tweet from Dark Viper that says, "All reactors are bad people. They exploit others to benefit no one but themselves. Collectively, they have stolen millions of dollars from actual creators and have stopped countless thousands from having a career." How the React Grift Works by DarkviperAU. I don't know why he put this out, but I've read through it and it pretty much calls out Charlie. I'll call him Charlie for the rest of the video, or Penguinz0. I'll call him Penguinz0. That'll work better. But it calls out Penguinz0, Hassan, XQC, and Pokimane. Now, a couple of those guys are known pretty much for the TV meta. That's not all they're known for, but I think that's a pretty big factor. Basically, the TV meta is sitting there letting a TV show play that you don't really add anything to it because that's not transformative content. It was copyright infringement, got Pokimane banned. Hassan Hassan Piker kind of does this thing where he'll have a video playing, it'll be a long form video, and he'll just kind of sit there and eat his food and he'll comment, but it won't be super often. Now that's not for every video, but that is for some that I've seen. So of course, because it's called out Penguinz0, he replied in his own video, and he focused on mainly two things, and pretty much saying that Dark Viper was liking him say to an s like someone who would essay somebody, and he tries to flip it back on him because at one point Dark Viper did reaction content, and he even said himself that, like, hey, sometimes I'll watch a video and I'll get so engrossed in the video that I won't focus like on like transforming the video and saying what I need to say. One time, a creator got mad at me because they felt like I just re-uploaded their video, which basically he did. And there was another thing where in the script, Dark Viper said that it sort of takes away from the, so if a YouTuber puts out a video and they there's like a million views on that video and you take away that video, then there's still like a million views, but they would go to something else instead. So it's kind of taking away from the viewership of the smaller creator. In his opinion, Charlie's argument was that, hey, some videos can blow up because of that, not all, but some can. That's how my channel blew up. And honestly, I disagree. I think it's really rare. Like if I watch him react to something, I won't go back and watch it for myself because I just never really had interest in doing that. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up what he was saying. And Dark Viper saw this and came out with a response about 8 or so hours ago. And he was saying that the reason he made the essay comparisons was because of consent, and said that Charlie was cherry picking, and because he knows that people won't go back and read the script, and says to make sure that you can get good content out of the videos, that you should watch the videos first. Now, personally, I think the whole essay thing is ridiculous. That's not a good analogy to use, and apparently he even agreed himself that that wasn't a very good analogy for him to use. And he says, so Charlie in his response had gotten offended that he was referred to in the script as being a part of the exploiter class, and so he made that known. And he said the reason for that was because if Penguinz0 was in like a different industry, if he was using the content of someone else, he would have to pay them cold hard cash. But instead, they didn't, and he says that he sucks now, which I'll get into later. But right now, I'm gonna get into Charlie's response video that he put out like an hour ago. So he pretty much doubled down on what he had said. He kind of came out and was like, okay, here's what I got wrong. He brought up Dark Viper's past again. He said that the exposure argument was kind of flawed. Like I said about the consent stuff, yeah, it's a bad comparison. It shouldn't have been used. He kind of got off topic, started talking about how Dark Viper wanted to win a GTA tournament and ended up losing, and it put him in a really dark headspace. And which brings me back to the "you suck now" rant. So he started talking about how you've changed and how you used to do better content, but as you gotten more and more famous, it's gotten worse and worse. And Charlie really took offense to this because he thinks that his content has improved more. And when he was doing that more crude comment, and he was just trying to fill a quota of saying come as many times as he could and stuff like that, he was miserable. And now that he does different stuff and works hard on his stuff, he feels more fulfillment. And so there was a tweet conversation between them right before Charlie's response came out, and it goes, "I'm going to be charitable and say the things at Moist Critical said that were untrue," which is most of what he said were sincere misunderstanding as opposed to lies. Hard thing to grant, but maybe I'll get the opportunity to speak to him eventually to clarify which is the case. I wanted to reach out yesterday to talk about your perspective and just finish your video now and would still like to talk about it. I am Australian. It is 1 a.m. here. If time zones permit, that might happen when I wake up. I did not make that script into a video due to not feeling well recently. I did not appreciate getting worked up and having people messaging me saying that I think reactors are R-wording people. Understandable. I did not appreciate the emails from people saying a creator I liked compared me to an R-word. Even if it only was meant as an extreme analogy, it should be easy to see why it's immediately upsetting. Would love to actually talk in DMs when you're up. So, honestly, I think this is going to lead to like more of a Papa Gut Death Noodle situation where they go onto a call together and they talk, and it sort of devolves, that they both seem pretty angry over the situation. Charlie in his video seemed pretty angry. Dark Viper still was saying stuff around like 8 hours ago. He said, so he was bringing up how like when Charlie will do a live stream clip and post it onto YouTube, he won't link the creator's original video. And he brought up that the unofficial account that was run by a fan would credit and link the videos, and it just make Charlie look even worse. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. There was a lot of stuff going into this. We just gotta sit back and watch. Until then, thank you for watching. Bye.